going to be playing Brighton. It is at home Saturday, October 25th, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. You can watch it on Peacock, sir. Give me the weather versus Brighton. What do we got?
It is officially turning to late fall in England. It's going to be high 40s, chance of rain in Manchester for this big grudge match against Brighton, sir. Boogeyman. The Boogeyman in Brighton. Let's talk about the Seagulls. Get into their profile. You and I have been down there, been to the Amex Stadium, formerly the Amex, now called the Falmer Stadium. Tell us a little bit more about the Seagulls. We've been down there. It's wet.
Founded in 1901, majority owned by Tony Bloom, an entrepreneur, data-driven bettor, sir. He likes to take a wager or two. Rapid rise from League One. We saw them play Queen's Park Rangers in the championship on their way up. Great to catch a championship game in London, QPR, place where Rio Ferdinand ended up retiring. It's a great place for a match. They have a reputation for analytics-led recruitment. They've done well under Fabian Hürzeler. They do well. We wanted Baleba. They gave us the middle finger. We had the director of football in Ashworth for a moment. They haven't really accomplished too much in the Premier League. They did finish 8th last season, but they are a great place. They acquire players. They sell them for big money. It's a great business model. They have something right going on at Brighton and Hove Albion, and so United should be hiring some more front office talent from there.
Chelsea did that model of basically just pluck players from their front office or their team members from their front office or players from their squad. That seems to be the way to do it. They are probably like at least historically, the last 10 years, probably the best run club pound for pound in the EPL. And what they said the other day was now with Palace winning the FA Cup, they're probably like the biggest club that hasn't won a piece of silverware ever, along with Fulham.
No, it's a great team. Love the logo. Another Nike club in the EPL if you track that type of stuff. But, amazing stadium. Like you said, we went down there. It was great. Great place to grab an ale. Sir, dark ales down by the sea. So let's get into the coaching profile.
Fabian Hürzeler, 32-year-old German coach. He is the youngest coach in Premier League history, ex-St. Pauli promotion winner. He was appointed in 24 last summer to evolve their positional play while stating a pathway for youth development. They had a lot of turnover. Obviously, they sold Caicedo and Enzo to Chelsea. They bought a shit ton of players last summer, a little bit less this summer, so they're focused on...
McAllister, I think, is the one you're thinking about.
McAllister as well, excuse me, you're right. And let's get into the tactics. He likes to play a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 and morph within games, and he can often flatten to a 4-4-2 to protect the central lanes. In his build-up, he likes to toggle between a back two and a back three with a midfielder dropping to create a pivot. And he's very, very focused on verticality through third-man runs and quick diagonals. And they're big on the cutbacks. We've seen that. We've been bit by the cutback by Brighton before, including last season against Hürzeler. Hürzeler, is that how you say it?
Fabian Hürzeler.
And they're big on the aggressive counter presses on turnovers. So they'll be pressing us high. They'll be attacking us directly. And they're a very, very dangerous team. And they have a ridiculous record. So the record against us, especially the last 5, you'll get into it in a second, is like worse than it is even in Liverpool. So
lost 4, won 1 versus Brighton in the last 5, sir. But lifetime, we won 21, drawn 5, lost 9. But you look at that. That is atrocious. Even if you go back farther, they have our number.
We've lost 6 of the last 8 against Brighton, and we haven't beat them at home in 3 years. So they are a boogeyman, and they won on the weekend, and they're a solid team. And I'm a little nervous, especially coming off a big win, because you've seen the come down with these bluffers before, sir.
Let's get into their summer signings.
They had a bit of a muted summer. They sell, they're more active on the sell side. They sell Joe Pedro to Chelsea in a pretty big money deal. They actually, made money this summer. The biggest one was Kastelousis, which is the young 18-year-old Greek center back.
Center forward. Striker.
Excuse me, center forward. But a lot of youngsters. Highest age was 24. Once again, building for the future for all their paid transfers. And someone to watch, of course, is a player we know, Danny Welbeck, who scored a brace on the weekend. The United Academy player who was apparently a target for Ruben Amorim.
This summer.
As a backup, as a veteran striker to take the pressure off Benjamin Šeško, like you and I asked for. Jim, no resale value, Jim. Don't like that deal, but he already has, I believe, 4 goals in his 8 games in the EPL this season. So Danny Welbeck is just probably a player we shouldn't have got rid of.
Hey, last 5 for Brighton. Look, they're still in the EFL Cup. Who would have thought 6-0 they beat Barnsley?
6-0.
They beat Chelsea 3-1. We did beat Chelsea as well, but they drew Wolves, which is a good sign for us. They beat Hassocks in the Sussex Senior Cup. I have no idea what that is. And they just beat Newcastle 2-1.
They did, and they looked good.
You're looking at, 4 wins, 1 draw, coming in hot. You have to be looking to September when they faltered versus Bournemouth, drew Tottenham, who isn't doing
Bournemouth.
too well. But they're coming to Old Trafford. It is our house. This is the game. These are the spots you're looking for. Big rival. We got up for it. Hey, Anfield, it's even higher than that. But this isn't the normal let-off spot. For me, this is must-win. Everything's a must-win for Manchester United, but this team needs to just get away with the inconsistent bullshit and just show up and be Manchester United. You got to remind yourself what club you're playing for, and United needs to stomp Brighton, and then you're marching up the table, and then the Amram hot seat, it doesn't exist after this game. It's over. This is the turnaround. This is we're building something. This is European football in sight. This is Sir Jim go again in January. This is all those things right here. This game, you beat Brighton. We're back on the train. The train took some shot. The train took some what thought fatal wounds, but it's still
still running, dude.
It's this is kind of Masters of the Air. I've seen that series on Apple TV. It's they're landing that plane with they're throwing things they're throwing the equipment out of the plane. They're barely making it. That's where we are right now, and we got to beat Brighton. So we got to beat Brighton, land this plane, and stabilize the ship. United need to be stable. There's been too much. This start to the season has been calamitous. It's been the players have invited the pressure. The manager's been inviting the pressure. We need results to just comma. Let the smoke settle, and then we can find the team, find the best 11. I just feel we haven't even had a chance to do it. It's just back against the wall stuff. Need a result at home, Brighton. No excuses, dude. We cannot wet noodle this shit. We can't go back to wet noodle land. We can't do it.
I mean, it took us almost a year to get back-to-back EPL wins. We now need to build on that. The fact that it's been so horrible under his tenure is because we haven't won back-to-back. So there's a win, a loss. It was so much negativity. So you need a chance, like you said, to keep things steady by having there be less noise and less volatility of the club. And also, you cannot allow this home record to stand against Brighton. This is not City. This is not Liverpool. You can't have fucking seagulls being plucky and you've only won 2 of the last 8
Danny
against
Welbeck.
them. Yeah, they turned over their squad. They turn it over every year. You have to be able to get in results, especially when you have momentum coming from the Scouts victory. You're playing at home. We have good players that can score goals in this team. We have to go take our chances and not let them get into this game because this is a dangerous side, and this is a dangerous side. They can get back into games late, and they've shown that this season.
Well, look at this 11 versus Newcastle. And they're doing well, but who do you got? Honestly, Brighton, Welbeck.
Yari solid. Balaba, we know Balaba, of course.
He's a veteran at this point, but honestly, United. It's not about Brighton. It's about United. It's about the system. Who is Ruben Amorim going to run it back with? For me, you look at Lamens in net, Shaw, Maguire, De Ligt, Dalot, Bruno Cas, Diallo, and Buemo Mount Cunha. You won at Anfield. This 11 goes again at
Same
home.
one.
You change nothing. You cannot change. This team needs something. You need a starting 11. You need to win games. Then you rotate from there. You got to play this team. You start throwing Euro in there. You start putting Dogu in.
No Sheshko.
You win, you play.
I like
that has to be
I like
that
that
way.
because they only have a game a week too. It doesn't like we have to rest legs.
No, this is
I can't argue against that. I don't want to. I think Dalot is not best suited to be a left wing back, especially with Shaw there.
It's about dogs. It's about a team. This team won. They will win if you play them. If he tinker, managers who tinker too much, he can't tinker from here. You can't tinker. What else do you need?
I can make changes. I would.
Diallo at right wing back, you're set up for attack. You have to this is an aggressive 11. You have to go again with this 11.
Dude, I'm in it. I'm not arguing. I can't. You convinced me. I'm convinced.
Not go
I'm all in,
if
baby.
He starts. You can't change it. You got to say, hey guys, we need a manager. It's like batting down the hatches. We need results. If this 11 gets you results in the same manner that it did at Anfield, if you win,
it's good enough for Anfield.
You got to run it back.
I like it.
You have to run it back. Please run it back, Amber. Please. Okay, here we go.
odds. Manchester United are the favorites. This would make me nervous. You know, if I was a betting man, which I can be, depending on where I'm sitting at the time. United plus 100 at home, plus 270 for the draw, plus 240 away. Like I said, maybe before this game, I was definitely thinking, well, those were like good odds. But this is a tough game and a tough team that we've had a lot of trouble with historically. But I think United, if they're going to turn the corner, this is it. This is the game that we have to be winning. Sir, what do the fans think? What's the American Devil community thinking?
Get over to MUFCpredict.com. Sign up for our match prediction game. 23 fans have their predictions in, and it is a 52% win for Manchester United, 30% draw, 17% loss. Average goal says 1.7 goals to Brighton's 1.3. It is a Manchester United win, according to our fans, sir. You have to check out the leaderboard because that 2-1 win.
This guy's nailing it.
That 2-1 win versus Anfield.
Who's bum 68? Keep it on your heels. I like that.
I think
Not me. I'll tell you that.
he's listening and copying my predictions. That's what I think.
Did he get the 2-1?
I must have. Hey, people need to understand.
Copying my predictions. That's great. He's good at it.
No one predicted I think it was 90% loss for United.
It's not popular.
I predicted
How's
the
Alex
win.
doing? Alex is
Not only did I predict the win, I predicted 2-1.
Nailed it.
Sir, that's why I made this website, so I could win the game. That's the whole point of this. If you want to come for the
tweet
crown,
how well I'm doing.
If you want to come for the crown, MUFCpredict.com. Have fun. Predict the games. It's a great community engagement. Alex,
6 points.
He's
Not doing
predicted
great.
2 games
I'm due.
right.
I'm due.
I'm headed it looks like a runaway steak dinner. I haven't even been paid for the first steak dinner for all those keeping track. All right, sir. Give me the.
Oh, you're up first.
I'm up first.
You're
I'm
up
going to
first.
say it's going to be Manchester United 3, Brighton 1. Problem solved. We're back, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I got to go 2-1. Manchester United. Let's go. I can see 1-1. I can see a draw, pissing people off.
No, we got
to
right
turn the
now
corner.
is the breakthrough.
You got to turn the corner.